dedication, christening, depends on what you want to call it. It doesn't really matter, but christening. We have 4 boats to christen. As in rowing, as you all know, we always have ups and downs, weather, whatever. So because of the heat, we had a lot of trouble with the names, getting them on. So Mississippi Magic right now is Magic. We are finishing it up later because the Mississippi got... Sorry. Because Mississippi got a little crunched in the heat. So right now it's Magic, but it will be known as Mississippi Magic. And before we get started with anything, the Falcon, which is now, we are taking the name, throwing it back out. This is a ritual. It has to be thrown back out into the sea, and since it's the Falcon, I'd rather throw it into the air and let it be recaptured for someone else to use. And so therefore, this boat is no longer known as the Falcon, and it is now taking on the new name of the John Pillsbury number 2. Okay? So we have to do that first. That's first order of business. Otherwise, it's bad luck. It's bad luck. So, John Pillsbury, just really quickly, John Pillsbury, his family, he was an oarsman. They donated money to our boathouse. We would not have the bathrooms if it wasn't for the Pillsburys and the showers. So, and they've been part of a rowing community for a very long time. We'll skip this one for a second. A.O. Sox Whitesides. This is our 3rd Whitesides. He was a coach in the 50s and 60s at a time where our club was building and being represented all across the nation, and he was one of the top coaches in our club at that time. Donated a lot of time. There were no paid coaches, just donating his time. Mississippi Magic, it explains itself. We sold Magic. We wanted to keep the name going, but we wanted to add a little bit more to it. And right at this day and age, we're reveling in our Mississippi as we love it. Hopefully it won't change. Lastly, come on up.
I gotta come out there?
Yes. Row to win. She wouldn't allow us to put Rochelle win on it. So we fudged it.
I spelled it right too.
And I did. Mike Nichols, money was donated in Mike Nichols' name, and he graciously gave the naming rights of this boat to Rochelle, because Rochelle represents a longtime rower, longtime volunteer, medals everywhere, and what else? As now a mom of a junior rower.
Who's still sleeping in. Oh, this is so important.
But she has mentored just about everyone standing here at one time or another, either through the boat or through her time spent. So, congratulations.
Well, I actually wanted to name it Victoria Cristina, but they wouldn't let me because you have to name it after yourself. So I was gonna name it after Chris Miller and Vicky Casey Larson, but I couldn't. So hopefully next time, I want to thank Mike and his crew for letting me do it, but maybe next time around, if you really want to look at people who give 100%, Vicky and Chris do so much more than I'll ever do. And Vicky and Pia Sass suffered for many, many years teaching me to row. I learned to row. I started rowing with a vicious group of competitive women. If you think this group of competitive women is vicious, you have no idea. Vicious. And Vicky Casey and Pia were 2 of the women. Pia taught me to row the pair, and I mean that is no easy thing because I was terrible. And Vicky taught me to row the double all the time, just going out together when, I mean, you got to ask people, and a lot of people, no one wants to row with someone who can't row. It's not fun. And she was super nice to go out time after time when she didn't have to and teach me to row. And my favorite memory is she was bound a quad with us really bad hammers, you know, the big girls who couldn't row, and we'd slam up to the top. And I remember we were racing and she said, "Rochelle, just relax. And I turned around and I said, I am relaxed. And she was so nice. She never yelled at me or said she wouldn't row with me ever. So I mean, that's really what it's about. And I mean, I try to be like Vicky and I try to be like Chris, but I'm not even close. So I mean, that if I could give it to someone and give them a hand, I'd give it to Vicky and I'd give it to Chris Miller. I'm done.
Okay, all right. Okay, so just bear with me, you guys.
I'm making an appointment with you.
Oh. You can come in and around a little bit more. We just have to go. I just have to read the dedication to you, so just bear with me. It's only a half a paragraph, written bold.
Guys, be fair. Let Jill get oriented.
Yeah, I know. We come here today to name these boats. John Pillsbury II, Row to Win, Sox Whitesides III, and Mississippi Magic, and send them to the waters and the winds to care for and be cared for by the members of Minneapolis Rowing Club. We ask that their names be added to the record of the deep. We also ask that they be given the blessing of privileged vessel, safety for their crews, speed in their races, and safe harbor when they're resting. In exchange, we will speak of them, row them, and handle them with respect. When they have outlived their service to us, we will assure that the names carry on. Furthermore, we will always remember the generosity and importance these names have brought to the legacy of our programs. We want to welcome John Pillsbury, Row to Win, Sox Whitesides, Mississippi Magic into our fleet. In good faith, we seal this pact with libation according to the ritual of the sea. Ready? Yep. All right.
You gotta save some of that.
I know, just a little bit.
Stuff does a really good job on tracks.